What's going on, my little piglets? It's your BFF Pork Chop here, and I'm coming at you with another update with Pork Chop. So, this one could take a while because I'm taking the long way home because I had to go get my air filled up in my tires. My pressure light comes on at least 2 or 3 days after I get my tires inflated. I don't know what the issue is. I don't even begin to know what the problem is. Last time it was a nail in the tire, but hopefully it's something a little easier, a little more fixable for this one for sure. I would greatly appreciate that, to say the least. But anyway, how was y'all's weekend? How was y'all's Easter? If y'all celebrate Easter, hope you guys had a happy Easter and a badass weekend, and I hope you guys are gonna have a great week ahead. So Easter, I just went over to my mom's and we just hung out, let my niece and my nephew do the egg hunt, and then after the egg hunt, they pretty much, my nephew went home after we took family pictures, and then my niece went into the back room and just started watching TV. We have my mom's have a spare bedroom that they like to call Shady Pines retirement home, pretty much, and so they just go back there and watch TV, and I think it's got like a Fire Stick or something, so they can pull up YouTube, they can pull up this, they can pull up that, and yeah, so it was a good time. Had a ham and mashed potatoes made by my wife, and green bean casserole, and it was fantastic. It was great, and like I said, I hope you guys had a good one, just like I had a good one. Rangers won. They're currently losing right now to the Blue Jays, my one team and my two team, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so I went to work today, and there's a funny story that I have to tell y'all what happened at work today. I took a delivery to one of, for those of you that don't know, for those of you that are kind of sort of new, a couple of years back, I worked for a local gas station chain. And they pretty much told me if I ever mentioned their name ever on this channel again, that they would pursue legal action. So I'm not going to say their name, but it's a local gas station chain. When I got fired, when they fired me, I really thought it was very inconvenient and interesting and weird why they fired me. But anyway, it's regardless. It's whatever. But they did tell me you're to never say our name on your channel ever again. So I was like, all right, if that's all you guys want me to do, I can still talk shit, but I can't mention y'all by name. That's what I'm going to do. So it's a chain, so they have stores at like every street corner. Like, I'm not joking. Like, every street corner has a gas station owned by this company. And they just built a giant one off of one of the exits going towards the airport, and it's gigantic, as I call it, the overcompensation. But I got a delivery to one of the managers of one of the stores, and the story is this employee is putting in his 2 weeks notice, and putting in his 2 weeks notice, he is giving his boss a bouquet of flowers and also a card that says, I am leaving, my final day is this day, and with deepest sympathy, he signs the card. And it just made me laugh, because I'm like, yes, and I'm so glad that I was able to be a part of that, because, and speaking of which, they're building one right here. They're building one right here, and there's one right across the street. There's too many of them. There's too damn many of them. So I just thought that was hilarious. Good for that guy. And it reminded me of that video of the guy that put his 2 weeks in to his boss, or I think he actually just, I can't remember if it was a 2 weeks notice or if it was a I'm quitting today notice, but he had like a marching band behind him. And he's like, I quit, and he hands the boss the piece of paper, and the boss isn't taking the paper, and he's just standing there. So he like throws it up in the air, and he like marches out with the band, and it was hilarious. Man, that was funny. So question number one, do you guys have a funny story about quitting your job, or if you've ever heard a story about anybody quitting their job? I have a few, because experienced almost every single form of leaving a job. So one was so I've been fired from jobs. I have put in my 2 weeks for jobs. I have been let go. But the difference between that and being fired is let go is they tell me, hey, we're giving you till this day to work here, and then we're gonna part ways. And then that it was like 2 weeks earlier than they told me at my old job, my previous job. I've had a business close on me now twice. I've had 2 weeks notice. I have put in my I've been fired. I've transferred to another store. I've experienced everything. So probably my favorite one is, and I'm not going to mention these people by name just in case they want to come after me legally. I used to work for a Mexican restaurant chain that I know that they have a handful of them here in town, and I know that there's one or two in Lubbock, and then they're just all over the place. I think they're like a regional chain. But I worked there my last year of high school, my senior year of high school, and at first they hired me to be part-time. So they're like, okay, well, you come in at like 6 and we'll let you go at 10 o'clock, just stuff like that. And so after a while I was working, maybe 15 to 20 hours a week, and I was like, okay, whatever, bringing in decent pay. The only thing that sucked is I had to pay for my uniform, and they took it out of my paycheck every 2 weeks, and I'm like, what the hell? You're the only, and to this day, they are the only business that I've ever owned that required a uniform that they took money out of your paycheck. It wasn't much. They took like $2 or $3 a paycheck out, and like it would tell you like your remaining balance, like how much more you owed on your uniform. And even after I paid it off, they still continued to take money out because I was there for about a year and a half. But as time went by, they got a new manager in. They had a manager, and I don't know what happened to her, but they brought somebody else in, and she decided that I should only have to work Taco Tuesdays. So I was only put on the schedule for Tuesday nights my senior year of high school. So it was abysmal because I would probably say about the last 6 months that I worked there, I was working just Tuesday nights, just Tuesdays. And my paychecks were like $50 a week, or $50 every 2 weeks. And that wasn't even worth it because they continued to take money out even after I've already paid off the uniform. So, working Taco Tuesdays, bussing tables, washing dishes, whatever they needed me to do. At one point, they had me making tortillas, but I burnt the tortillas one time, and they said, nope, you're not doing that ever again. So it was fun. It was fun. And then after a while, I got called into the manager's office, and she was like, you don't work enough hours. We're going to have to let you go. And I said, excuse me, first of all, you make my schedule. Second of all, you only put me on for Taco Tuesdays. If you need me to work more hours, I'm willing to work more hours. And she's just like, okay, we'll see about next week. We'll get you on the schedule for something next week. Next week came and went, still working Tuesdays. Then the next week, still working Tuesday, still working Tuesday, still working Tuesday. So about after a few weeks of me just still only working Tuesdays, I said, to hell with this, and started looking for another job. And I found one that was seasonal, but I didn't know it was seasonal at the time. They hired me seasonal and just didn't tell me, and that was kind of shitty. But I legitimately walked up to her halfway through my shift on Taco Tuesday, and I said, Bertha, because her name was Bertha, I said, I got a new job. I'm starting on Friday. I quit. This is my last day. And she just said, okay. And and walked away. I was just like, okay, good riddance, good seeing you. You know, I haven't worked here for a year and a half or anything. Like, they didn't even give me a Christmas bonus, guys. The one Christmas that I worked during, that I was employed there, they had a Christmas party, didn't tell me. They had Christmas bonuses, didn't give me a Christmas bonus because you only work Tuesdays. They made my damn schedule. You know, not to play the victim here, but that's what they did, and that's ridiculous. Anyway, guys, thank you for letting me sit through, or thank y'all for sitting through a 10.5-minute tangent. Guys, a few polls have closed on the channel, and some polls are still open for a few more days. The Dallas Aggies logo is up until the 8th, and then I believe the 10th, I am closing the poll for the Grand Theft Auto 3, 2 uploads a week or 3 uploads a week. So far, you guys are asking for 3 uploads a week, and if that stays for the next week, then so be it. That's what it's going to be in June when these videos are getting released. And yeah, so there's that. And then there's also, I still got a few that are still open. Like I said, those are open. And then my Spotify question, which playlist y'all want, Eminem or Smashing Pumpkins? That one will go until the, I want to say that one goes till the 15th. So you guys have a week to do that one as well. And yeah, other than that, I'm going to go home and I'm going to record a little bit more Grand Theft Auto 3. I'm down to some side missions, and it's, so far, you know, it's coming together nicely, and I hope to have it finished here pretty quickly. I'm getting a call from a telemarketer. How about that? How about that? How about no calls from telemarketers, please? But anyway, guys, I guess that's my cue. So, question number 1: do you have a story, or do you know of anybody that has quit their job and how they quit their job in a miraculous fashion, amazing fashion? Let me know down below. Question number 2, have you voted in any of the polls or all the polls? And question number 3, starting tomorrow, Huskies Nation, let me hear you. The Huskies are back for season 4 starting tomorrow, and it goes until the wheels fall off, or you know, we get booted from the playoffs, or whatever happens. Guys, thank y'all so much. And so for question number 3, what is your excitement level on a scale of actually, I've already asked y'all that question. Who is your favorite returning player for the Huskies? I know that you guys, it's been a while since you guys watched season 3, but season 3 and 4 are the same roster. So who is your favorite player? Let me know down below. And also, guys, just thank y'all so much once again for dropping by. I greatly appreciate y'all. The keywords here are Huskies starts tomorrow, or you can put either Husky starts tomorrow, or you can put Toronto Tuesday. Either one, I'm happy. All right, guys, thank y'all so much once again for dropping by. And always remember, my little piglets, Colin Pork Chop loves y'all the most. Y'all take it easy, guys, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys.